So what is Res Ipsa Loquitur? Imagine you go into hospital for some surgery. It all seems to go okay. You wake up, they tell you it's fine. When you go home, you realise that every time you lean to one side, you get a bit of a stabbing pain that's not quite right. But then the x-ray shows that you've got a pair of scissors left inside of you, some clamps, a bit of string, something that shouldn't be there. Who are you going to sue? You were asleep during the operation, so you don't know whose fault it actually was. Let's imagine another scenario. You're a dock worker, stood by the edge of the sea, and all of a sudden, a giant bag of sugar lands on your head. Not the sort of thing that normally happens, and definitely the sort of thing that's going to cause some pain. But whose fault actually is it? Did somebody overload the bag? Did someone drive the crane incorrectly? Did somebody not attach the sugar on properly? There's no way to know. So the courts will apply the rule of Res Ipsa Loquitur, the idea that the thing speaks for itself. What the courts mean by this is if there is an absence of explanation, we don't have a clue how something happened, we're allowed to infer that the defendant's negligence must have caused it. So if we can't prove breach, we can infer the negligence anyway. In order to prove this, 3 things must be shown. Firstly, there must be an absence of explanation. So just like the sugar, we don't know how it fell on the person's head. Secondly, it must be such a thing that wouldn't normally happen if everybody had taken the proper care. A bag of sugar doesn't just fall out of the sky if everyone's doing their job properly. And lastly, what caused the accident must have been within the exclusive control of the defendant. So we're going to sue the boss because they should have had control over all of their workers. If you manage to prove all of that, Res Ipsa Loquitur is probably going to work. Here is a list of cases for you to go and have a look at so you can understand the topic a little bit better. Hope the video helped!